Thanks for joining us once again for your update from the city of New Hope. Let's sit down and chat with the mayor, Kathi Hemken, to find out what is new. We're recording this on November 25th. Welcome, Mayor. How are you today?
I'm just fine. It's getting a little chilly out there, though. I think summer's over.
Yes, it has changed a little bit. We're going to talk to you about that picture behind the mayor and how that place is now closed, at least part of it, but part of it's still open. We'll tell you more about that. Let's get right into some of the important things of the week, and we'll start off with a council vacancy that is coming up. Give us a little background here and tell us about the process then moving forward.
Well, the mayor-elect, John Elder, is a council member at the moment, so he will have to give up his council seat, which means there'll be a seat open, and we're able to appoint somebody. So what we're looking for is applications for that seat. Now, they have to be a resident of Minnesota. They have to be eligible to vote in Minnesota. They have to be over 21. Education isn't a matter of how educated they have to be, but what we want them to do is fill out an application. They can do that online and submit that with a resume and some job history and a letter of intent why you want to be on the city council. Mm-hmm. And then early December, they'll start interviewing for somebody, and then they'll pick that person, and that person will serve 2 years until December of 2026. So we're looking for somebody, and quite frankly, that's how John Elder got on the contest, on the council. Okay. Somebody had left, and he was appointed, and he just stayed. So we'll appoint somebody, and hopefully they'll just stay like John does.
Fantastic. Here's the city's website, newhopemn.gov. Again, go there to find out more about that application process. Now let's hop over to scatter site housing within community development. Let's start at 42nd in Nevada. 2 properties there we want to update residents on. What is happening there?
Well, those houses are gone. They've hydro-seeded, and now they're going to go out to builders to bid on the lots to build a house.
Very good. Up to 54th and Zealand, a property there, and it sounds like demolition is the next step here.
Yep, it is. So that's what we do now. We've got the demolition contract ready, and that'll go out to demolition companies, and they'll come back in with bids. We'll pick one, and then that'll get demolished. I don't know if that's going to happen yet this year.
Up to the other end of the spectrum on scatter site housing projects, up on 7901 50th. This is a closing coming up for a house that's been completed.
It is. It's beautiful, by the way. December 5th is the closing on that. A lot of times these houses sell before they're even completed. And so this one, both of those houses will be sold now.
Very good. And final property is 8024 50th, just a little bit up the block. Again, this is in early stages of new construction.
Well, they poured the foundation for the basement on that one. And they're actually thinking they're going to be able to get that house framed in before winter gets to us. And then they were able to go inside and finish the inside. But we've got a lot of stuff going on in community development at the moment.
Many houses in process there, and also community development works with the business networking group, and they've got a great spot coming up here to visit, something that has changed quite a bit. Tell us when and where that meeting is going to be.
Well, that's the 4th of December. It'll be at 8:30 in the morning at Near Food Shelf, and that's 5209 West Broadway. Just recently, Near changed their mode of operation, and they've gotten some money from the Rotary to redo a conference room. So it really looks different than it used to look. So if you're in the area, come on over at 8:30 and see what Near has to offer.
Very good. Free event. And again, a chance to see what that shopper's choice model looks like. Let's go to Public Works. A few things happening here as the seasons transition. They're hustling to try to finish up a few fall things and getting into winter things. What's going on there?
Well, they're sweeping the streets. So the city does some of them. We have some of them contracted out. And of course, some of them are done by the county. So they're busy doing that. Just remind people, do not rake your leaves into the street because you will get a fine if you do that. So that's going on. They told me they just had to do a flush check on a hydrant. So they put the new hydrant in and they open it up so the water pours out. And I asked them about, gee, that seems like a waste of water. Well, they have to have that so they know that there's enough pressure in case there's a fire. Mm-hmm. So those guys are busy doing that. The other thing they did recently, when it got kind of cold and it rained and the streets got a little slippery, they put some stuff down to help melt the ice so it wasn't so slippery for them. So these guys are out there doing stuff all the time to make our city look good.
Fantastic. Great work happening there. Let's go to Park and Rec. A lot happening here as we get into the wintertime fun. And Mayor, you and I had a chance last week to be at the same meeting over at the Crystal Community Center, learning a little history of the city of Crystal. Tell us about that event and again, the upcoming effort into New Hope's history.
Well, this is part of the community connections that they put on through the Park and Rec departments, and it's a few of the departments together. So they did our town story on Crystal. Well, because Crystal and New Hope are so intertwined, they actually talked about Crystal and New Hope at that. So they're going to be doing a story on New Hope, and you're going to put a website out there for them so people can either call you or go on your website. We'll take any kind of comments at all, because a lot of the folks in New Hope have lived here a long, long time, and they know about Piggly Wiggly, and they know about Super Value and what happened to that. But I don't know. So, and you probably don't know either. So it'd be nice if they would call us and let us know. One other thing about that is that it used to be called Don't It Make You Wonder. They're not going to have a program in December. So the next one will be in January, and we'll let you know what that is.
All right. And again, there's the email address. My email address here at CCX Media, dkaiser@ccxmedia.org. Any ideas about New Hope historical facts or pictures, images you might have, certainly send them my way. Let's talk a little bit about the farmers market, and there is an application open now for a person to coordinate that. Give us a little history, Mayor, on what had happened in the past with the market and the desire to have it come back.
So sad when it went away. So for those that remember, we actually started in the Kmart parking lot, and that's got to be 10, 11 years ago. And so from there, it moved over to St. Joe's when they're starting to build Hy-Vee. And then from St. Joe's, it moved back to the city in the street. And then it just stopped because the coordinator that we had quit. So it's coming back. We don't know exactly where it's going to be yet. It is not going to be in front of City Hall because there's a problem with the pool and all that traffic. And so it just doesn't work real well being in the street in front of City Hall. So we'll let you know where that is. But what we're looking for now is a coordinator of that. And you'll get a lot of training. That person will actually work for the city, and it'll be a seasonal job. So they'll be able to work some stuff out. But seasonal jobs, especially this one, actually starts like in February because they have to start contacting the vendors.
Right.
So you'll start probably February, early March, and then through the summer, and then you're usually done like end of August, early September. So you can go onto the city's website. You can also call the Park and Rec department and ask for an application for that. You have until the 3rd of December to apply for that job.
Very good. All right, now to the golf course, the picture behind you there of what it looked like recently, but now I understand it is over for the golfers, but still some opportunities inside at the golf course.
It's over for the golfers. You know, I was so excited, Dave, because I saw the geese kind of flocking, and then they all took off in that nice V and they flew away. By morning, they were back. I don't know if they ran into traffic or what it was, but they're back. So, but the golf course itself is actually closed, but the building is open because they do a lot of stuff in that building. So this last week we had a baby shower there. We had a family gathering this week that's coming. So that's a busy place, and now's the time to schedule. Good time to schedule your Thanksgiving or your Christmas dinner there. You don't have to do all the work. We do have a family already scheduled for Thursday, though.
Very smart of them. And again, the city's website, newhopemn.gov. You can go there to find out more about renting that clubhouse at the golf course. Also find out more about the ice arena. And let's hop over there because that's where the big focus of excitement is now. There's something going on probably every minute of the day there.
Yeah. You know, if it isn't one thing, it's another. And there's always something to do. So there'll be open skating on Friday and Sunday this week. So Friday, 6:30 to 8. No. Friday, 6:30 to 8:30, and then Sundays 4 to 6. So open skating there. The high school boys are playing tomorrow, the 26th. So the varsity game is at 7. The junior varsity is at 5. And of course, the youth hockey kids are playing their games there every day, and they have practice every day too. So really a busy, busy place there.
That's right. It'll be humming as the season gets going here. Let's go to human resources. There's one position in the city to talk about, and that is a housing code enforcement inspector position. We talked a little bit about it last time. What's the update on the attempt to fill that position?
Well, they interviewed three candidates for that, and they made an offer to one of them. Now, there's some other stuff that has to go with that before they hire them, and I don't know who the person is just yet, but we have somebody hired for that spot.
Couple communication items to finish up on here. The first is the Tri-City Santa Parade. This is coming up very soon. Give us some of the details of how we can see Santa and some great vehicles driving by.
That's the 7th of December. I just heard through the grapevine that they had the Grinch under handcuffs, and he'll be in the back of one of the cars.
Very nice.
We'll see. We'll see. But so that's going to start in Robbinsdale at 5 o'clock in the evening. It'll snake through Robbinsdale, then Crystal, and about 7 o'clock at night, it'll come into the south part of New Hope, and then it'll just snake up to the north part. So you can go online and look at the map and where it's going to go. It's really kind of fun because all the police cars are there and the fire trucks and the Grinch in the back of the car.
Very fun.
One year they actually had Santa outside on a trailer, and he about froze. Apparently his sleigh is heated, but the back of our trailer wasn't.
Got it.
Last year I think he was in a bubble of some sort.
Very good idea, right? A little wind chill out there right now. City Services Survey, we've talked a lot about this and carried it through the process of being put together and actually people filling that out. And now it's to the point where it's done and people can go somewhere to find out the results. Where is that?
So after they got all the surveys compiled, they gave the city council an update on what it was. Basically, most of the people in the city are very happy with the way the city's going and all the new stuff that we've done. But if you want to see all of the city survey, you can go online onto the New Hope website and /city survey and read, what people said and the percentages of what people thought.
Yeah, great opportunity to learn a little bit more about what's going on in the city and what people think. In Focus Photo Contest, let's make a quick reminder there about people's opportunity to do some voting. How can they vote?
Well, they have till the 15th of December, and we ask people to only vote once. You can either go online and look at the photo, so it'd be the New Hope website /photo contest, or you can come into City Hall and look at the pictures on a big screen, and there's a form to fill out there to vote for somebody. So try to get those votes in because it's really kind of fun.
Final note to pass along, League of Minnesota Cities. Tell us again a little bit about what that group is, and they put on an annual contest, not only in New Hope, but in other cities as well, that's for the young people.
It's all over the state. It's basically, if I was mayor for a day, what would I do? So it's for the 4th, 5th, and 6th graders, 125 words to 300 words. After they write their essay, they can submit it through the League of Minnesota Cities. There'll be a prize for each age group, and it'll be $100. And what they'll do is they'll print all of them in the League of Minnesota Cities magazine, and they'll let the mayors of the cities know of the winners, so that if there's one from New Hope, we can invite him or her to a council meeting and recognize them there.
I wonder if anyone who has ever participated in this contest turned out to be a mayor at some point in their lifetime. Have you ever heard that from the league? Has that ever happened?
No, I don't think it's been around long enough.
Okay, got it.
So I mean, to be a mayor, I think you have to be over 21.
That's right. Well, it may be coming soon then for some of those essay contest winners to turn in to be mayors. Well, again, a lot going on in the city. Here's the website, lmc.org/mayor4a-day if you want to find out more about getting a young one into that contest, and newhopemn.gov, the city's website, if you want to find out what's happening in the city. Mayor, thanks so much for the information. Really appreciate your time. And again, stay with us here. We've got to look at some other events happening in the community in just a second. Mayor, have a great week. We'll talk to you again next week.
Hi, happy Turkey Day.
For more city stories, check out ccxmedia.org or find us on social media.